Two very hyped up teams going into the college football season in 2021, playing in a bowl of crackers. Looking at the Cheez-It Bowl with number 19 Clemson and an unranked Iowa State. Let's get into it. But first, the BSM intro. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media. Hey, do me a favor, folks. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. You can also hit the bell. You get notified when I post a new video. Much like this, you get notified I go live. Just when I post new content, let's just keep growing this community, keep growing the channel, keep growing Ballard Sports Media. You know, I provide the great content, but it's, you know, and I said this when I celebrated 2 years last week on the channel, which I appreciate every single one of you out there for 2 amazing years. I provide the content, but you guys help with that. You guys help drive it. You guys are there. I know I got a lot of love and support. This is our channel. We're all in this together. And with that being said, so many bowl games to preview and look at. I'm going to try to get as much out as possible. I'm not going to do every single bowl game, and I'm not just going to try to stick to New Year's Six bowls. In fact, there are actually some intriguing matchups. Speaking of, let's look at the Cheez-It Bowl with Clemson and Iowa State. Now, you're thinking, like, on a regular year with teams that we expect to be good, you're saying, okay, now why the hell are you doing the Cheez-It Bowl, Ballard? Well, I wouldn't know. But this one, in this case, I don't care if it's the Yo Mama Bowl or whatever it might be. I don't know. I don't care. It's the Cheez-It Bowl. It is what it is. Played at Camping World Stadium over in Orlando. Being played there. A lot of great bowl games. You got the Camping World kickoff game there every single year. It'll be played in Orlando. This game being played December 29th, 2021. We are 11 days away, at least as I'm recording this on December 18th for all of you. So this is going to be a great game. And the thing that stands out to me is we got to remember, these were two of the most overrated, overhyped, and over-talked about teams in the offseason. I mean, I can understand, Georgia's in their place. Bama's in their place. We didn't expect teams to do good like a Michigan or like a Michigan State or whatever. But how many people out there, and not everybody, I mean, everyone was kind of looking at Oklahoma too. Look what they did. Nothing. But how many people were actually looking at Iowa State, Brock Purdy, Breece Hall, who was a big-time preseason Heisman candidate? By the way, DJ Uiagalelei was with Clemson too, and Brock Purdy of Iowa State. These two teams have a lot of great players and talent, right? But some coaching, some key issues, just a lot of rebuilding, some confusion, whatever was going on, these teams, Clemson, who went 9-3 and finished being ranked in the final playoff poll 19, and Iowa State, unranked, went 7-5. These teams that went 9-3 and 7-5, we expected to maybe lose no more than 2 games, maybe in the regular season, hell, maybe even in total this season. You know, if you want to even count a bowl game, right? No more than maybe 2 losses for either one of these teams, right? It's interesting. Now, I'll say this. Tony Elliott, he's out of Clemson as the offensive coordinator. Brent Venables is going to be the new head coach at Oklahoma. I think it's a pretty interesting hire there for the Sooners. So, Clemson, with all the turmoil, with all the young talent and all the struggles they already have, they got to bring in new guys to step up. Brandon Streeter has been on the staff, if I'm not mistaken, for a little while. I'm not sure how long. He is apparently supposed to be the offensive coordinator, at least for this game. And then they got someone stepping up for Brent Venables and Wes Goodwin, all according to Dabo Swinney. When I really look at this game, two teams, like I said, they just really disappointed this year. Clemson was supposed to have this overall best defense outside of Georgia. I mean, it was so talked about, so hyped up, and it's still really good. Their defense, don't get it twisted, it's great. Their problem is offense, right? Iowa State was supposed to potentially not necessarily win the Big 12, but potentially make the Big 10 or Big 12 title game. At least make it, right? Neither of these programs, by the way, fun fact, this will be the first ever meeting between Clemson and Iowa State. Dabo and Matt Campbell have never met up, and neither have these programs. They've never met. Let's go ahead and pull up the game summary, statistics, and everything off ESPN. Look at the line. It's actually an even spread. Oh, no, actually, they did change it. It is now a 1-point spread. It was even earlier when I put the notes together, but it's now a 1-point spread. So I might have to change this up a bit, but yeah, the spread is 1 Clemson. So, again, they expect, a very close game. I expect a close game. I think it's going to be amazing. A 1-point spread. When's the last time Clemson played in a game where they were favored, which they're favored 9 times out of 10. They've been an underdog at times this season, and yet even won those games. But when's the last time you saw them in a bowl game and they were favored by anything less than maybe 4 or 5 points? This is saying a lot. I think Clemson is one of the most, probably the most disappointing team this year in college football, quite honestly, when you look at it. Overall, I'll say this. I'm excited for this matchup. This is one that we need to watch. Oh, it's the Cheez-It Bowl. It's a game full of crackers, orange crackers on a football field. Look, Clemson's already there. Listen, I'll say this. These teams were intriguing in the offseason. They disappointed, both of them, especially Clemson. Well, no, maybe they both disappointed just as much as the other. I mean, Iowa State 7-5. Who would have thought that? Clemson with 3 losses? What the heck is going on? I mean, seriously. Clemson is scoring 26 points a game. Iowa State a little bit more at 32. Clemson's defense still as good as we thought they'd be. 15 points allowed per game. Not too bad. Not too shabby, right? They struggle with running the ball a little bit. The offensive line has had some issues. Iowa State, 20 points allowed per game. I'll try to make this one quick. I don't want to be on here talking about this game for like 30 minutes or whatever, but I'll say this overall. How these teams win, Clemson's defense has got to play a really good game, which they have. This is a coin flip game. Forget the spread. Forget anything. These teams have never met. And for the first time they've ever met in a bowl game or just in college football history, this could be good. Some ACC Big 12 action. This could be great. So how does Clemson win this game? Let's get back to that for a second. DJ's got to have a great game. They have to. Receivers got to step up and catch the ball. They just have to have that offense that they've just been – I don't want to say they don't have an offense, but I mean, come on. Was DJ not the preseason Heisman favorite because of what he did last year, stepping in for Trevor Lawrence? And they did bring a lot back. But, man, there were some coaching issues. Tony Elliott couldn't get it together. Nobody got it together. They got to get it together in this game. They got to make some big explosive plays. Iowa State's had really good defense too, but they've looked kind of shaky at times, honestly. You got to be able to expose it, right? They're better against the run. Their secondary can struggle. You got to let guys like a Justin Ross, who's still a really talented receiver. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year, 514 yards, 46 receptions. A guy like that can outrun the secondary guys in coverage for Iowa State. I think you have a chance. Make a big play. Clemson can score in this game. I don't know what to expect, honestly, but I think it's going to be an interesting matchup for both of these teams. I think Iowa State needs to go out guns blazing and put up some big numbers, big points early on the board. Take any chance you can to score on this Clemson defense because, again, they're only giving up 15 a game. They might not be what we expect them to be. They might not. They didn't even win the division in the Atlantic. I think Wake Forest did. Listen, Clemson might not be exactly what we expect them to be on a regular basis, but they're still really good, especially on defense. The lead tackler is James Skalski, the linebacker. He's got 85 tackles. Andrew Booth is a key player for the draft upcoming. Andrew Booth is the corner. He's got 3 picks on the year, right? So when you look at it, you have guys like that. Balin Spector, Trenton Simpson, Nolan Turner's a safety. He's gotten a sack. Trenton Simpson leads in sacks on the team. Which it does look like it. They got 41 sacks in total combined as a defense, which isn't too bad. But he's got 6.5 sacks, Trenton Simpson does, for a loss of 45 yards. And again, I'll say this. Who's a better quarterback? I mentioned the quarterback matchup, 5-star Uyunglele, Brock Purdy. I don't know if he was a 5 or 4-star, but he's pretty darn good, right? And he was supposed to be one of the top guys up in the upcoming draft. I'm sure his draft stock has got to have plummeted, but I don't know if that's necessarily on him. He just doesn't have exactly what he thought he would have. Now, Breece Hall is still really good. He's probably one of the better backs in football this season. I mean, he's got 253 carries, 1,472 yards, and 20 touchdowns. That's not bad for Breece Hall. He was a Heisman candidate going into the season. But again, it's not that these teams don't have great talent. It's just that overall, they haven't been able to find themselves and get it together and make it to where they are that elite dominant team that we expected them to be. And that's what makes this game so interesting. Like, someone's got to win this game. It might come down to the wire. It might be overtime. It might be a late field goal. It might be a turnover. It might even be a touchdown. This could be a close and really good game. I don't know. They say, it's a 1-point spread. I'd buy it. Quite honestly, I see a lot more defense in this game. Honestly, I favor Iowa State. If anything, with the offense. Overall, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you like this because I don't want to be talking about this game too much. There's really nothing much to say other than expect a really close game and these teams to struggle, but someone's got to give and come out on top. I'm going to just go ahead and give you guys my final score, and I'll say a little bit more, but I think Iowa State's going to win this one 20-18. I think maybe that Cyclone defense stands up, and maybe you could look at it and say, no, the offense will just struggle, but I don't think Clemson – I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way. There's not going to be a lot of offense in this. There's not going to be a lot of points. The over-under is 44. This right here is a combined score of 38. I'll barely take the under on that. I really don't expect much. Again, it's a 1-point spread in favor of Clemson. I don't think they're going to win. I mean, I think they could, but, I mean, again, this is a coin flip. I'd give it to Iowa State. Overall, when I look at this, it's going to be an amazing game. I think if Clemson, though, if they can stop Breece Hall in the run game, if they can find ways, and I don't want to say they'll get lucky off of it because, I mean, you're only lucky because the secondary – it's not like that. I really do think that at times this season, now it's very inconsistent, but they can still make some big plays here or there. They just need receivers to catch the ball. They need that O-line to block for DJ. DJ has not been the problem at all. He's an amazing talent. It's just been the coaching and everything. And again, I mentioned they got some new guys coming in. Tony Elliott is out. You got Wes Goodwin as the new defensive coordinator to replace Brent Venables, who's going to be the coach at Oklahoma. Brandon Streeter, you know, is the new offensive coordinator. I don't know what to expect from the play calling offensively, what they're going to run, what kind of packages. I don't know what they're going to have, but I would expect Clemson to have a pretty decent game. But again, Iowa State, I mean, I don't expect them to do much either. I think Iowa State's going to win. I think what it comes down to is that they just have the better well, first off, obviously the better defense holding Clemson to less points, but just overall, I think if any of these offenses is close to complete or closer to being more complete than the other, I think it's Iowa State. I really do. And someone let me know if there's anything that I missed, because as far as like players not playing in this game, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard anything. So, but I mean, it's it's going to be a good game. Which actually, I am actually. This might change some things up. I don't know what it is, but I still think that Ohio State could win. But Brees Hall, breaking a few hours ago, actually, he was practicing 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But according to Sports Illustrated, as I'm recording this, Brees Hall is opting out of the Cheez-It Bowl. So Brees Hall will not play. That's a big problem for the Cyclones. I don't know why. I mean, I can see them maybe hit a field goal late or something. I still think even without him, you drop one player. I mean, I could still see them winning this game and pulling it off. So I'm still going to take the Cyclones. I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson wins. I don't have a preference for who wins this anyway. I don't know. I mean, this is just one of those ones that's just going to be very interesting to see. But again, Brees Hall not playing, that does make a bit of a difference. I already got my score and everything. I still think it could be something like that. Maybe Clemson wins it. And again, like I said, it wouldn't be a shock to me. It's a 1-point spread. It's 44 in total for the over-under. And again, like Clemson's only scoring 20 a game. That's as much as Iowa State's giving up, right? Or 26, I'm sorry, actually. So they're scoring more than Iowa State is giving up, but still, Iowa State's got some good defense. Now, Iowa State, again, as I mentioned, they're scoring 32. Clemson's only giving up 15. I have a gut feeling Clemson could win this, but I'm going to stick with Iowa State on this one. I really will. But again, y'all just comment down below. Let me know. How do these teams win the game? I want to hear that in the comments. What are your suggestions? Like, how do these teams win this? What would you call – is this the poverty and disappointment bowl? I mean, seriously, because, I mean, these teams were hyped up in the offseason, and now we sit here. It's December, and they're playing, let alone outside of a New Year's Six bowl. But I'm intrigued by it. I want to watch this. And I don't think they've ever actually met up before. ACC, Big 12 action, this could be good. But these teams definitely overhyped in the preseason. And again, I mean, I don't blame them because, I mean, Iowa State had a great season in 2020 when they did play. And they had a top quarterback in Brock Purdy. They had what people were saying, Brees Hall was the best running back. And he's still really great. And again, he's apparently not going to play in this game, but man, all the talent on these teams, man, just some coaching problems and some injuries here or there. Just a lot of things not going in the way of these teams the way they wished it would go. But ultimately, again, just disappointing. But I'm intrigued by it. I want to see who's getting Cheez-Its dumped on them. That's what they do in this Cheez-It Bowl. I promise you. They literally take a big, I don't know if they get like a 5-gallon bucket or what they get, but they dump Cheez-Its on the winning coach. Forget Gatorade. Go get us those orange crackers Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media is checking out. Happy holidays. Love you guys. Keep your head up. God bless. And as always, roll tide.
Roll Tide!